It's the slave trade. Let's get it. Woo! Yeah. Glad to have y'all with me. Let's go. This is the slave trade. This is the slave trade. Yeah, come get with me, man. Let's go. I'm a living witness. Matter of fact, I am the living proof. I'm stating facts I know for certain, so you know it's true. Being born in sin's a sure lot, but most don't have a clue. Like Alex Haley, I'm writing just to show you my roots. A slave to sin's what I was. Wasn't a misfit, cause I was enslaved to him and clutched to him like a stick shift. My life back then, it was a total disaster, and I loved it simply because I love pleasing my master. Sinfulness chased me, telling me it was all good. Impurity raped me and then ruined my manhood. Pride kicked my behind like a frat boy that can't stand wood. I loved it the whole time, I thought they treated your man good. Passionately pursued all my passions. Took all my thoughts and words, made them verbs, gave them action. It's the surface I'm scratching. Slavery to sin used to look so attractive. Used to love the life I lived, thought it would be everlasting. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade, this is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade, this is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. Sin had me trapped, I didn't know it was burdensome. But then everything changed when somebody said I'm gon' purchase him. And he was talking about me, I never heard of him. Said he was the creator who had some redemptive purposes. I started bugging, my master sin started murking him. Then called me in like backup, I beat him and started cursing him. My sin's a beast, look at him, my dude just murdered him. But then he rose up, brushed himself off and said now start worshiping. Externally your boy was light skinned, I liked sin. Ain't know my heart was dark till Christ brought the light in. Came in conquering like a Viking. Finally saw the yoke around my neck was heavy. It wasn't no light sin. Now peep the details. Sin has been derailed. Christ paid for me with his blood. We see it wasn't a cheap sale. He took my place when I was sinful and ungodly. And he did it with one body, 2 pieces of wood and 3 nails. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade. This is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade. This is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. The slave trade was my emancipation proclamation. His mere proclamation, it led to my emancipation. Now the contemplation of the consummation awaits the celebration of his congregation's conjugation. I was curious, who is this Kurios? He said his name was King Jesus and he made me his doulos, his slave. The fact that he was a king immediately got me thinking. For him to stoop low and die for me means he's a suffering servant. Like LeBron James, the king abandoned his home to come down south and wait in another zone. He came and got me, that's what we call adopting. Died for me, his enemy, that's how he shows his agape love. Surrendered all my rights, you can say that he caught me. Because he's metamorphic, that's probably why he rocks me. He's my one desire, it's only him that I'm needing. Free from sin to be a slave, but his slavery's feeling like freedom. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade, this is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. Those old days, I'm not going back to my old ways. There was a slave trade, this is the slave trade. I'm brand new, my whole life's been renewed, cause I was a part of the slave trade. This is the slave trade. But thanks be to God that you who were once slaves of sin have become obedient from the heart to the standard of teaching to which you were committed, and having been set free from sin have become slaves of righteousness. For when you were slaves of sin, you were free in regard to righteousness. But now that you have been set free from sin and have become slaves of God, the fruit you get leads to sanctification and its end eternal life.